1. A challenge in the void. My name is Kieran Talos, and I had been exploring the Lythar Expanse for years. As a freelance interstellar scout, I'd learned to handle hostile environments, alien species, and unpredictable star phenomena, but nothing could have prepared me for Seraya, the alien warrior who thought she was invincible. I first heard of her from trade outposts near the Zerthian belt. Merchants and mercenaries whispered stories. A Valorian fighter with unmatched speed and combat skill, claiming no human could ever best her. To me, it sounded like bragging, but the universe had a way of turning legend into reality. I wasn't looking for confrontation. My mission was simple: map uncharted sectors, collect resources, and return. But fate, it seemed, had a different plan. 2. The encounter. It started when my shuttle, the starbound Hawk, made an emergency landing on a rocky asteroid in the Valor system. A rogue Graviton storm had damaged my propulsion units, forcing me to seek shelter. As I surveyed the asteroid's surface, I noticed a figure observing me from the jagged rocks, tall, elegant, with violet-hued skin that shimmered under the twin suns. Her eyes were multifaceted, reflecting intelligence and focus. She carried a plasma blade at her side, sleek and deadly. "I am Seraya," she announced, her voice musical but sharp. "No human has ever faced me and survived." I raised my hand slowly. "I don't want trouble. I'm just stranded here. I'll repair my shuttle and leave." She laughed, a sound like chimes in a storm. "Trouble finds you, human. Or perhaps I find you. Either way, you will not best me." I didn't intend to fight, but her pride was palpable. She seemed eager to test her own skill, and something inside me stirred. Curiosity, and perhaps a sense of challenge. 3. The duel begins. We agreed to a duel, though unspoken rules governed it. No killing unless necessary, only a display of skill and strategy. Seraya's confidence was intimidating, almost suffocating. "You cannot beat me," she boasted as we faced each other on the rocky plateau. "Accept it. Humans are weak." I smirked. "We're adaptable. That counts for something." She lunged first. Her movements were a blur, faster than any human reflex could follow. I dodged instinctively, barely avoiding a slice of her plasma blade. The asteroid's jagged surface made footing difficult, but I used every ounce of balance and agility I had. She smiled smugly. "You're fast, but not enough." I realized then that raw speed wasn't going to save me. I needed strategy, patience, and a way to exploit her overconfidence. 4. Learning her patterns. As the duel continued, I noticed something critical. Seraya's attacks were aggressive but predictable. She relied on overwhelming speed and power, rarely pausing to assess my reactions. "Too predictable," I muttered under my breath. Her eyes flickered with frustration. "Why aren't you falling? Every human before you would be defeated by now." I used the asteroid terrain to my advantage. I baited her toward unstable rocks, forcing her to misstep. Each time she overcommit, I countered, not with strength, but with calculated maneuvers. By now, the duel was more than a test of strength. It was a battle of wits. 5. Seraya's mistake. Finally, she made her mistake. In her confidence, she launched a high-speed assault aimed to overwhelm me in one strike. Her smirk was unmistakable. She thought victory was assured. I sidestepped, letting momentum carry her past me. Her foot caught on a jagged rock, and she tumbled, barely catching herself on the asteroid's edge. Her eyes widened in disbelief. "Impossible, no human." I interrupted, calmly raising my arm. "You forgot one thing. Humans adapt." The arrogance faded. For the first time, I saw uncertainty in her violet eyes. She was fast, powerful, and skilled, but pride had clouded her judgment. 6. Temporary alliance. Before she could recover fully, a graviton flare erupted from the storm above, sending energy arcs across the asteroid. The plateau we were on began to destabilize. "Move!" I shouted. "We need to get off this rock." Her pride warred with survival instinct, but she finally nodded. We worked together, combining her speed with my knowledge of the terrain. Using a makeshift harness and some tethering, we avoided several falling spires of rock and reached a safer plateau. For the first time, we were no longer opponents, but temporary allies. 7. Understanding each other. As we took a moment to catch our breath, Seraya's demeanor shifted. Gone was the smug arrogance. In its place was curiosity and perhaps respect. "You survived," she said softly. "And you helped me survive. Humans are different." "Different can be good," I replied. "Sometimes survival isn't about speed or power. It's about seeing the bigger picture." She studied me, her multifaceted eyes scanning every detail. "You challenge everything I believed. Not weak, adaptable, clever." For the first time, I saw vulnerability behind her pride. And in that vulnerability, a strange connection formed between us. 8. Escape from the storm. The graviton storm intensified, sending shockwaves through the asteroid. Chunks of rock fractured and floated into space. We had to act quickly. Seraya and I combined our skills. I rigged a makeshift propulsion tether using my shuttle's damaged thrusters, while she calculated trajectory and timing. Together, we launched ourselves from the crumbling surface. I piloted the shuttle while she provided guidance, and against all odds, we cleared the asteroid just as it fragmented completely behind us. "Not bad, human," she said, a faint smile returning. "Perhaps you are not entirely weak." I laughed. "Glad to hear it. And you maybe overestimate yourself sometimes." She smirked. "Perhaps a lesson learned." 9. A new respect. Once we were safely in orbit, floating above the Valor system, we exchanged stories. Seraya spoke of Valorian customs, warrior code, and the expectation that no human could surpass her. I shared my experiences exploring human colonies, the ingenuity of survival, and the unpredictability of our species. By the time we parted ways, a bond had formed. Respect forged in combat, understanding born from survival, and curiosity about what the other species could teach. "You have earned my respect, Kieran Talos," she said. "Perhaps one day we meet again, under different circumstances." "I'd like that," I replied. "Next time, maybe no duels for pride?" She laughed, a sound like chimes in zero gravity. "Perhaps next time." 10. Reflection. As I navigated the shuttle back to a nearby space station, I thought about how quickly arrogance can lead to mistakes. Seraya, despite her incredible skill, had assumed victory was hers before truly assessing her opponent. Pride had almost cost her, and almost cost both of us. Yet it also reminded me of something crucial. Strength alone does not guarantee success. Adaptability, observation, and humility are equally powerful. The universe was vast, unpredictable, and full of beings who thought themselves unbeatable. And sometimes it takes a small human, or a simple mistake, to remind even the mightiest warriors of their fallibility. I smiled to myself. The alien woman who had boasted a victory had taught me more than any star map or graviton storm ever could. The cosmos was full of surprises, and I had just survived one of its most unforgettable lessons.